Namaste, my wonderful Libra friends. Welcome to my channel. My name is Celine. I'm a counseling psychologist, a hypnotherapist, and an intuitive tarot reader. I blend both spiritual insight and psychological interpretation in my readings. Now, today you're not here by chance because the Spirit has something important to reveal to you this week. So let's begin by clearing this space and releasing all negative energies. Okay, so now I'm going to invite your spirit guides, your higher self, and your ancestors to be present during this reading. Now, the sound may be a little loud for some of you, so please turn down the volume. Okay, so now let's begin. Now, I'm going to start the reading by calling upon a sea guide, okay, from the ocean that you can hold on to, because there is a message that your sea guide wants to say to you. So let's see what message is out there. Okay, I just love the cards because it is so meaningful. You have the Neptune's Palace. Okay, so let's read that. Okay, I'm a little OCD, so I like to keep things away, okay. All right, so Neptune's Palace, isn't that so beautiful? It's like submerged under the water. I can't just take my eyes off it. Okay, now, let the currents of divine guidance lead you to your true purpose. Let's read that again. Let the currents of divine guidance lead you to your true purpose. Okay, so that is a beautiful, so maybe you might be wondering, I don't know, my wonderful Libran friends, you might be wondering whether what is your purpose? Why are you here for? So we are going to find out what the tarot card is trying to say with your divine guidance. Okay, okay, hold on. My spirit guides want me to say that you are divinely guided to your true purpose. Okay, so I'm going to repeat that. You are divinely guided to your true purpose. So what is your true purpose? Maybe let's see whether the tarot has something to reveal. So I'm going to pull out some tarot cards from here. Okay, so I already have 1, 2, 3 cards, just like that, jumping to come. Okay, I don't know. I even did the reading just now, the earlier, and all the cards are also jumping. Okay, wow, beautiful. Look at the cards. So you have 2 of Pentacles, you have 8 of Swords, and you have 3 of Cups. Okay, so I see there's going to be some celebration coming along. Now, in a bit, we're going to look at each of them in a deeper level and see what information or what messages that, the cards have for you. Okay, my wonderful Libra friends, before I begin, please remember this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. And also, it'll be great if you can help me grow my channel by liking it, subscribing it, and by sharing the videos. So, let's begin. Now, I sense that currently you are juggling a lot, okay? There are too many things that is on your plate. And you're trying to fit in, trying to adapt. So I also sense that there are a lot of multitasking that I don't know whether you brought it upon yourself or it is something that you were told to do. So you have to do this in enormous speed, to keep up with the momentum, to keep up with your daily life. So you might want to have a work-life balance and not work, and, not taking care of yourself. So you might need to learn how to manage priorities. Maybe you're not good at that. So it's good that, sometimes without our realization, people ask us for help. And because we are very, beautiful souls, and I can, and by nature, um, okay, Librans are very sociable creatures, all right? And you're also socially very energetic. And because of that, you might be bringing in other people's responsibilities, and suddenly it is become your routine. Okay, and you keep on adding it along the way without knowing it, but it's perfectly fine. That is why we are here to learn and see what we can take on and what we cannot take on, or what we can, manage our priorities as well. So you might just want to, take a breather this week and see whether you're able to prioritize or ask for people. Now, Libras, by nature, you're a very balanced person. Okay, you're the Libra, you're the scale. All right, you must learn how to balance. And when your balances go, out of whack, you feeling, there is injustice happening to you, and you feel that everything is going chaos, because that's exactly what's happening to you right now. Okay, all your past burdens that you took upon, all the past responsibilities that you took upon, okay, you seem that you are in a very, tied, okay, in a tied place that you don't know what to do. Now, if you look at this card very carefully, this is the mirror. This is you, okay? The mirror is an illusion. That is your mind, okay? In your mind, you feel you are tied, okay? And all these crows are people, hawking around you, you know, biting you off, asking you to help me, help me, help me, help me, help me, when you yourself very helpless inside. Okay. But in the real world, in the real reality, you are actually free. Okay. It's all in your mind. So I want you to set free what is in your mind. You don't have to help everybody. Okay. Now, I work in the prisons, and I think I've mentioned, in my previous videos that, I can't help everyone. And I used to tell the guys that, I'm not here to change you. I'm here to teach you. Change must come from you. All right. Though sometimes with my heart, I really push myself and hope and pray that, they will change and go back to the society, go back to their family, their children, but sometimes, they feel so tied inside, and I tell them it is not you. You must learn how to let go. Okay, let go. I remember there was this guy, many years ago, he told me that, he took drugs and came in because he have a lot of people to help in the family. So I asked him, okay, so how many people are you helping? He said his parents, okay, his sisters, the sisters' kids, and then himself, his girlfriend. I said, whoa, 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 hold on. Okay, what, you helping your parents? Okay, fine, that's very beautiful of you, but what is the reason you need to help your sister and your sister's kid? That is your sister's responsibility. And your girlfriend, I'm pretty sure she doesn't have to depend on you. She can look after herself. So he was doing 2 to 3 jobs to help all these people in his life, and they were just, a freeloader. Okay, I understand the parents. Okay, fine, keep them aside. But the sister's kid, of course, the kid doesn't do anything, but you know, the girlfriend, I don't understand why, he needs to support. And because of that, he's in here for, few years. And I asked him, now that you're inside, who is supporting them? And he couldn't answer. So similarly, they can look after themselves. You don't have to be the hero or heroine, to go and assist. Do what you can. All right. Do what you can. You don't have to go out and help everybody. Okay, so it is all in your head. It's your illusion. I want you to come out of this illusion. Okay, now 8 is all about movement and change. Okay, 2 is about balance, 8 is about movement and change. So it's about time for you to let the divine come in and help you with your true purpose. Now, because you're helping everybody, your true purpose is being neglected. So that is why you are here to listen to this reading. Okay, I don't know why I said that. I was told to say that. Okay, so you have a divine purpose, a true purpose. That's why you're in this universe. Okay, but because you're so trapped and you're so restricted in your movement and you feel very powerless, all right, that you can't move. Now, take time, okay, to decide, have a work-life balance, prioritize, let other people have their own responsibilities. You don't take on that aboard. And I want you to free yourself, which is all in your mind, okay? You are self-imprisoning yourself, no one else, okay? You are self-imprisoning yourself. So I want you, all right, to take out all this blindfold. See, in real life, you're not blindfold. Okay? In real life, you're not blindfold, but you are in your mental. Okay? So I want you to take out all the blindfold and look at that, all the crows, boom, and then they fly away because they're seeing you, and you will be a much free purpose because you will then be able to fulfill your true purpose. You are here. Now, remember, once you do that, that's going to be a celebration. Okay, people are going to come there and support you, and these people are your divine guidance. Okay, look at this beautiful palace, all right, which is so submerged in the water. Okay, I want you to free yourself and come out of this blindfoldness and bring this palace all the way up, and then you will be seeing there's going to be a lot of happiness in your life. There's going to be a lot of happiness and cheerfulness. You're going to be so happy, you're going to be so cheerful, like, yes, I did this. Okay, now, so yes, my wonderful Libra friends, it's up to you, all right, to start to balance your work-life balance. Let go of all the responsibilities that you are building for no reason and taking on board, which is not yours. And you're going to see a lot of celebration because the divine guidance is coming in to assist you in your true life purpose, and you're going to be so happy. Okay, you're going to be so happy. Now, I'm going to pull out a surrender card and see what you can surrender in order to fulfill your balance. Okay, so oh my goodness, my wonderful Libra friends, what has gone on to you? Okay, stubbornness. Okay, so that clearly indicates to me that probably you're taking on board, probably not maybe, okay, you want to help others, which I already mentioned. You're a very sociable creature. You got a lot of sociable energy, and you communicate and connect with people very easily. That is you by nature. Okay, but maybe you need to let go of the stubbornness, and let's see what the card has for you. If you are tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. Let's read that one more time. If you are tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. So, you might want to take some time, compose yourself, prioritize, and speak with these people in a more loving way, and tell them to take their burden and go. Okay, take a rigid stand. Okay, take a rigid stand and tell yourself that you are going to let go of everything. Okay. Now, I'm also going to pull an angel card for you. So let's see what angel number you message for you. So you have Melina. Okay, you have Melina here, and Melina is trying to say you are confused. Of course, you're confused, my wonderful Libran friends, because you got so many things up in your head. Okay, you are confused and indecisive because you do not have enough information. Do research and seek expert advice before making a decision. So you might want to call upon some people for help, okay, and see whether help can be given to you in some form, and so that before you tell them and you feel like you don't want to put them down or something like that. Okay, so that's perfectly fine. So you might want to do some research, calm yourself, seek your higher self assistance, call for the angels, call for Melina to help you get your resources, put everything in a row, and then you will see your life purpose. Okay, now I'm also going to pull a charm for you and see what charm you can help you today. Okay, so I have, oopsie, beautiful flower. Okay, now the flower represents new beginning. Okay, and it has yellow and red. Now the flower represents a new beginning. So there is a new beginning coming, because I have told you, I foresee a celebration. You're going to be very happy. Okay, now the yellow represents happiness and cheerfulness, and the red is all about passion and strength. So you have the passion and you have the strength in you to move forward and bring this palace up, okay, from the sea level onwards. Yeah, I see, there's a beautiful new beginning, new chapter. You're going to be reborn. All right. Now, I just want to let you know that the red and the yellow, according to Hinduism, if you go to any temple, you always see, there's a red powder and a yellow paste. Okay. The red and yellow, according to the Hinduism, is a very spiritual knowledge. So you're going to gain knowledge through Melina. You're going to find resources, ask for help. Okay. And you are going to shine. Okay. And in the Chinese mythology, or should I say in the Chinese culture, it represents motherhood, a symbol of love. Now, people are going to be there. You're going to have a lot of love coming your way. People are going to be there to be very supportive in whatever you do. So, my wonderful Libra friends, okay, this is your reading, and I really hope that you have enjoyed it. Now, I have put up a summary, at the end of this video, so please take a moment, to reflect on it. Now, if this reading resonated with you, please let me know in the comment section below, as your insights might help others on their journey. So, until then, I'm sending you lots of love and light. Bye.